Last example 2b, we are going to expand our logarithms again. Log base 5 of 125 over xy first. First thing I notice is I have a fraction here. So let's subtract the individual logarithms. That gives me the log base 5 of 125 minus the log base 5 of xy. After we subtract our individual logarithms, looking at this second piece here, I have multiplication happening in between the log base 5 of x times y. So I can split these two pieces up with addition. Okay, so this alone becomes the log base 5 of x plus the log base 5 of y. Something that we have to be careful with though, okay, log base 5 of xy became log base 5 of x plus the log base 5 of y. We are subtracting that, so we have to subtract all of log base 5 of x plus log base 5 of y. Okay, so this becomes the log base 5 of 125 minus the log base 5 of x minus the log base 5 of y. From here, we're super close to being done. The only last bit that we can do, look at our numbers here. Okay, log base 5 of 125 means 5 to what power is 125? Well, 5 to the third power is 125. That works out nicely. So this becomes 3 minus the log base 5 of x minus the log base 5 of y. And that would be our final answer here. Second piece of expanding our logarithms in example 2b, I have the log of x squared, y squared, z to the negative first. In this case, I have three pieces that are multiplied together, okay, which means I can break this up by adding the individual pieces. So it's the log of x squared plus the log of y squared plus the log of z to the negative first. And we're going to keep that as a negative first power just for a minute because then we can do something else. So the log of x squared, first of all, remember that if the base isn't written here, we really have a base of 10. We don't have to write that in, that's okay. But I have an exponent in each of these pieces. We can pull all of those exponents to the front. So the log of x squared becomes 2 log x. Log of y squared becomes plus 2 log y. And then if I bring this exponent out front, we have plus a negative 1, or just minus 1 times the log of z. And just like with variables, if it's 1x, we don't have to have the 1 written. Same idea here, we don't have to have the negative 1 written here, we just need to have the minus sign. So our final answer here is 2 log x plus 2 log y minus the log of z.